pardon my bathing suit top, but it's so hot. I cleaned the car for like almost 3 hours today. Not because it's like super dirty necessarily. I mean, Mexico did like fuck us up, honestly. Mexico was next level dirtiness. I mean, dust, dirt, sand, gravel, fucking everywhere, in every corner, crack, crevice of everything. Blankets, Bella, me, dirty, everything. Like, I'm even after 3 hours of cleaning this car and the vents and everything, I'm sure that there's still work I could do cleaning this car. Like, I would love to steam clean the seats is what I really want to do, and take everything out. I mean, everything out, and steam clean everything. I mean, all the cloth, surfaces. Because, I mean, it just because we live in it, it gets so filthy. Like, I can't, I know that smoking doesn't help and all that kind of thing, but, like, seriously, it's really not that. It's the dirt just from living in it, from having a dog, and we go camping a lot, and in all the areas that we've been in, I mean, like, it's a lot of dusty dirt roads and all kinds of stuff that, it just accumulates over time. And I do my best to keep this car clean, but I feel upset right now because I found mold in the back seat, and the reason there's mold in the back seat is because it's been so hot. I mean, it's been 80, 85, 90 every day for 2 weeks now. And it's unseasonably hot. I mean, it usually gets hot around this time of year, in this part of California, but it's humid. And the humidity, because I know from being in different parts of the United States and then down in Mexico, it kicks my ass every time. Like, I can handle desert heat, no problem. I can handle it. It's not that big a deal. It's uncomfortable, but it's not like gonna stop me, kind of thing. Humidity, without 2, 3, 1 on the timer, without like a way to cool down, like the ocean to jump into or something, Bella and I get really overheated quickly, and that's not abnormal. There's not, it's not like, a weakness or something. It just is that way. Most people, humidity kicks their ass. Most people, it does. It's like the only straw that I have that's decent right now, but it has a hole in it somewhere. So anyway, I found mold in the back seat. It's from keeping the cooler, and I was putting plastic in between. Like, I have this big old plastic bag from doing laundry in between the seat, because I have a seat cover on the seat too, but from the cooler, because I don't have anywhere else to put it. Like, there's only so many places for me to put stuff in the car. So I was keeping on the back seat behind my seat, and I told, like, and I think in the last video I said I got exposed to mold. Well, I did it to myself. I didn't, and it wasn't just from the back seat. That was before I even knew it was in the back seat. I had a toothbrush that I got from some, food pantry or some such thing like that. And I brushed my teeth with it once, and I put it away in the door of the, in the car door, just like, like you do, like you put stuff away and just, just forget about it. And, anyway, I needed a toothbrush the other night, and so I remembered that I had put it in there, and so I found it and I brushed my teeth with it, and I'm like, ooh, this doesn't smell so good. But, like, whatever. I really just needed to brush my teeth, and so I put my grapeseed oil on it and some toothpaste. And, like, I noticed that it didn't smell so great, but, like, who cares? Like, not a big deal, right? Well, yeah, big deal. It made me sick. I mean, that night I woke up a little after midnight. I could feel it in my nose, in my throat, like my tonsils were getting all upset, and I knew what I had done. Oh man, I was so fucking pissed. Because, like, I did it to myself. Stupid. So, then, like, 3 days later, I'm feeling so much better. Like, I went through it. Like, I got pretty sick for a day or two. And, like, the whole stuffy nose and swollen glands and, you know, the whole upper respiratory situation. And, then I started feeling so much better. And then last night, I noticed I was not feeling any better. And I thought, what the fuck? Like, that's weird, you know? Because I haven't, reused the toothbrush. You know, I threw it away. But, excuse me. But, like, so I couldn't figure out what was going on. And the only thing I could think of, because I don't let moisture in this car. I mean, if it does get wet in here, I let it dry out. Like, mold is not a joke to me. I understand the dangers of it. And, I mean, I got exposed to it hardcore in North Carolina when I was doing Hurricane Helene relief. And it kicks my ass every time. It's not meant to be ingested by any living creature of any kind. It doesn't matter what or who you are. And, anyhow, I checked the back seat because I didn't know where else mold could be, except in, you know, the cooler from condensation, from the cooler being in the back seat. So I checked the back seat. Now, it's not terrible. It's like I see little, you know, pinpricks of black in the back seat. But, like I really cannot even explain to you the horrible feeling of knowing that there's mold, because I felt it like trying to drop down into my chest, and I'm like, that means I'm breathing more like mold spores, because I know mold very well. I know it very well. I know how it makes my body feel. I know too much about it. I grew up in a house owned by this horrible person when I was growing up. Who actually ran for city council in Santa Barbara, California. Ugh. Anyway, and it had black mold, the whole house. And that was back before people really understood how sick black mold really makes you. Like, or at least nobody around me seemed to take it very seriously, except my mother. And we didn't have the money to move anywhere, you know? Like, we didn't have the resources. And our landlord and her husband didn't give a shit. Like, they didn't care at all. They didn't do anything. One day, my mom finally had it. I mean, we missed years of school from living in this house. Literally. My brother, and my little brother and my little sister, we all missed so much school. My mom was never really sick, but she didn't sleep in that room, and never did. I slept in that room when we first moved in. I slept in the other bedroom, but my brother and sister slept in that back bedroom, and they were always sick. Always sick. I mean, always like this upper respiratory, and we were always told it was strep throat, but it wasn't. It was mold the whole time, which is another reason my teeth are ruined. Chronic inflammation from mold exposure. Chronic mold exposure. Now, we knew that there was mold in this back bedroom, but, like, we didn't know how bad it was. We had no idea how bad it was. None at all. They just, you know, the people who own the house, they just kept painting over things. So, you know, we didn't know. We lived there for 12 years. One day I remember my mom had just fucking had it. She had to call off work again. Like, my mom lost jobs because of this mold situation. Like, that's how big of a deal it was in our lives. And I remember she came home from work, and I was sick and my sister was sick again. And my mom had to come home and care for us because I was so sick I couldn't do anything. And I usually cared for my brother and sister when they were sick, which meant I missed school too. And anyway, my mom came home from her job, and she was so pissed. Like, she was so angry because this was towards, like, maybe the 10th year that we lived in that house, and my mom had just had it. She just had it. She had lost jobs. Probably my mom had lost relationships, like friendships, because she had to take care of us when we were sick. Always this, like, thick, yellowish, like, bright yellow, kind of green, but mostly yellow, like, bright yellow, thick snot. And everything that my body does now when I get exposed to mold. That's how I know it so well. And anyway, she came home and she started tearing out the closet, because there was this one spot in the closet that would never go away, no matter how much bleach you poured on it, sprayed on it, no matter how many times you scrubbed it, it just wouldn't go away. And that wall in that closet was between the bathroom and the bedroom closet. And my mom, I remember her going into my closet, because I was the one sleeping in that back bedroom at the time, and she kicked the wall. She like went into my closet. I thought she was like looking for a pot or something. I don't know what she was doing. She was livid. I thought she was mad at me, but she wasn't. She went in and started kicking the wall. She had just, like, she snapped. I didn't see my mom snap like this very often, but I knew that when it happened, you get out of her way. You just get out of her way. Just step out of the way. You'll be all right. And she broke down about a quarter of the wall, and the mold behind this wall was, oh my fucking God, like a whole colony of mold, just like big slabs of mold falling down from the wall. That was our house. Like, we were living in that for the longest time, 12 years. And the landlord knew about it. She knew about it. They just didn't want to replace the pipes behind the shower, but in that wall. So every time we'd complain, they'd come in and, bleach things, and but they wouldn't ever replace anything or take down the wall, nothing. We just simply did not know how bad it was. Yeah, that was like 12 years of my life. So when I get exposed to mold, I know exactly what it is. Like, within a couple days, I know exactly what that is. And the only thing you can do really is remove yourself from the mold, and get rid of it. If you have to go back to that area, get rid of it as best you can. Well, it's on my back seat, and they're cloth seats. Now, I don't mind dirty seats, but moldy seats? Oh, hell motherfucking no. Oh, hell no. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's from my cooler. I did it. Nobody did it to me. It wasn't like, something, or, it was the weather or any such thing. It is the weather, the humidity, but still, I'm the one who got the cooler. I knew that there was a danger of getting mold on the seat. I did everything I could to prevent it. I have a plastic, waterproof car seat because of Bella on the back seat. And then on top of that, I was putting big old plastic bag I have. But because of condensation, it went through the plastic, and I'm sitting here. I have sprayed hydrogen peroxide on it. I've sprayed white vinegar on it. And I'm just sitting here hoping it dries. And it's such a hot day. Like, it's so fucking hot. And I'm just hoping that it dies, because hoping that what I've sprayed on it will kill it, because I don't and after cleaning the car in the sun for 3 hours, I am physically exhausted, and I've been sick for 5 days or so now, because last night I was and it was fine all day, and I noticed at night that I was getting a stuffy nose, and this was different than the original exposure from the toothbrush, because I was feeling significantly better from that within a couple days, within 2-3 days. And then I noticed all of a sudden I was getting really stuffy nose and everything else, but it wouldn't happen until later at nighttime, when we were in the car and I covered the windows and everything. So I knew something was up. And I'm just I'm sitting here and I'm speaking life, speaking blessings over my situation, and I'm not paying attention to my circumstances, because it'll kill you to do that. It'll kill your hope. And I understand that sometimes, you have to have the skill and the fortitude to let hope die in you and not let it crush you. That has to be something you learn. Like the Lord will teach you that. And it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts because human beings, we get our hopes up so high sometimes. And we just get crushed when you don't allow that hope to transmute into something else. It will absolutely crush you if you don't learn the skill of letting it go. So I'm like, all right, Father, what in the actual fuck now? You know, like what now? Because I can't live in a car that has mold. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. Might as well just fucking light the whole fucking car on fire. I'm not even kidding. I can't do it. I can't be constantly sick and constantly have a drag on my system like that. I refuse. I can't do it. So I'm sitting here wondering, like, what the fuck? You know? And, like, literally the pain and suffering that I've had to go through just to fix things. Just living in the car by itself is so hard. It's so hard. You know, people have said to me, get a job. And I'm like, for what? You know, like, if you give me something that's really worth, because when I do something, I put my all into it. Everything I've got. And my all is a lot. I work very hard. When I work very hard. Like today, clean the car for 3 hours. Like in the sun, pouring sweat. Every nook, every cranny, everything. Clean everything. And, I need something, you know, I don't need. You know, when I work, it has to be something that I'm significantly passionate about. I have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So many times I've done things and I pour myself into things. It's the same with me in relationships. It's the same thing. So I have to be careful about what I invest myself, my time, and my energy into, because a poor investment, no. And my time is too valuable to me to just go do some bullshit to what, like, get a paycheck? For what? I don't love money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with money. Don't get me wrong. Money is an amazing tool. It's a fabulous thing to have. Fabulous tool to have. And at the same time, I'm not going to go get some soul-crushing job to make money? Yeah, no. I'd rather be poor than pour myself into some shit job that isn't helping anyone, that isn't helping the world, that isn't helping me. And, like, furthermore, like, first and foremost, honestly, what about Bella? I can't just leave her in the fucking car. So many people have told me this, like, just go get a job. I'm like, you're not thinking. Like, there's something wrong with your brain, isn't there? Because to just go get a job, first of all, what am I doing it for? This is my thought process. Like, first of all, Bella, what am I going to do with Bella? I can't just leave her. I can't just leave her in the car, you know? So, significant issue. What about Bella? Second of all, what am I doing it for? What is the point of that? Now, if I just go get some bullshit job just to make some money, what the fuck is the point? Is it making anything better? Is it doing any good? And, you know, like, whatever I do, it has to be worth it for me. It has to be worth it. And money is not worth that much to me. That, you know, very small amounts of, you know, like, menial work for very small amounts of money that I have to pay very high taxes on it's not worth it to me. You know, in that case, if that were going to be the exchange, if I'm going to exchange my time for money, it has to be a significant return rate. Like, the percentage of return has to be significant. I value my time and my energy far too much to invest it into some bullshit job just for money. Yeah, no, definitely not. Not doing that. No fucking way. And then, like, my time with Bella also is valuable to me. The time that I spend with God, which is like another way of saying the time I spend with myself, is very important to me. So, you know, and I you know, I'm a lifelong learner. So if I'm not learning from my job, if I can't take initiative in my job and in my work, I should say, then I simply want nothing to do with it. I need initiative. Like, this is why I haven't gone out and made some big changes with things, because I simply haven't found anything yet that's worth my time and my energy. If other people don't value their time and their energy as much as I do, then that's between them and God. It's not my issue. It's not mine. It's theirs. So I'm sitting here wondering how in the holy fuck I'm gonna deal with this mold situation, and you know, other things, but mainly the mold. And you know, because I was noticing, like, it felt like it was dropping down into my chest, like this, you know, was trying to become a cough in me. And I'm like, oh hell no. So I spend 3 hours in the burning hot sun cleaning the car. Oh. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting work. Just living in the car is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You know, people see me sitting on my ass all day, but that's just what they see. They don't see what it takes to break down the car, set it back up, break it down, set it up. And sometimes I do that 4 times in a day to keep Bella comfortable, to keep myself comfortable, to keep the car clean, and everything else, and to maintain the car and everything else. And then to, like, obtain food and cook it myself and everything else in the car. Like, I don't go out to eat. I cook. I carry a little camping gas stove with me, and I go to the food banks and stand in line and try to supplement that with what, you know, right now, I just feel run down. And I know that I can't trust my emotions, because, especially when I'm, you know, vulnerable, because whenever I'm vulnerable, oh, you know, here comes the spiritual warfare, which typically is, like, about what I eat, mostly. Most spiritual warfare, although I know a lot of people would disagree with me on this. But for those of us, for the initiates, the ones who know, the ones who have graduated and been initiated in the mystery schools, we know, I would say 95%, if not more, of the spiritual warfare that all human beings experience is from the food that we eat, and from the information and or content that we allow our minds, eyes, you know, ears to consume. It's like what you put in yourself. You are what you eat. Well, you are what you pay attention to, too. So, having said that, I know not to pay too much attention to this situation with the mold. It's either going to resolve itself, and it'll, you know, with maybe a couple treatments of hydrogen peroxide and white vinegar, it will either resolve or it will not. There's really not much more I can say or do about it, period. I know that. And worrying about it is definitely not going to help. So, if people really understood the all go, no quit lifestyle that I've had for the last couple years, they would never even suggest that I go and get some soul-crushing bullshit job ever again. They'd never have the balls to say that to me. They have no idea what I've been through. They have no idea what I do on a daily basis. None. When I take my time, it's because I know I deserve it. I deserve rest. And I deserve a clean fucking place to live, too. Like, free of mold. I mean, it was bad enough that the headliner got so damaged with the fire that we had in the car. That was bad enough. And I thought for sure I was going to have mold issues from that. Thank God I did not, because the car got to sit for a long time in heat, like really hot, with all the windows up and everything, which prevented it from molding inside, because the fire department literally had their hose inside the car. I was watching it just like, oh my fucking God. I mean, you know, but like that resolved itself. So I'm just going to believe on the Father that whether the mold situation resolves itself or not, there's something good in store. I genuinely don't know what else to say. For 5 days, I felt like feverish and kind of like, and because of the fever and mixed with the hot weather, felt like clammy and just nasty. And then like this whole upper respiratory, like, just constant. And, like, drinking a lot of water, taking a lot of antioxidants, and basically not eating. And if I do eating like green leafy vegetables, when I can get my hands on them. And I absolutely abhor the smell of white vinegar. It's terrible. I hate that smell. But like right now, I'd smear dog shit all over the back seat if I thought it would kill the mold, honestly. Like, I don't care about the smell. I just need it. It must go away. It has to go away. I cannot expose myself and Bella to mold. It kicked my ass in Pensacola, and I'm not doing it again. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not doing it. So, yeah. Trusting the Lord is not always pretty. Trusting God. I've been crying, praying all fucking day. And you'd think, if you saw the situation, you'd be like, God, that's such a little problem. It's so little. Yeah, it's not to me. I've had so many horrible experiences with mold. And I mean, it changed my life. Mold exposure literally changed my life. It changed the lives of my family members. The ones, who are all dead now. I mean, the biggest reason I don't have teeth is because of that landlord and that mold exposure. And we had no idea how bad it was. None at all. Chronic mold exposure, chronic inflammation in my body. And, when you have things like chronic mold exposure in your body, it suppresses your immune system to the point where you can have things like candida overgrowth and all this other kind of shit go on. So it's like, if you're not fucked coming, you're fucked going kind of thing. And like, I've done enough of that kind of living in my life. I'm just so fucking done. It's not. So anyway, I'm sitting here in the sun again with the back seat uncovered and everything pulled back, and trying to let the seat dry from the hydrogen peroxide and white vinegar that I sprayed on it, because I genuinely don't have any other options right now. And I know what that's like. I know what it's like to just completely be depending on the Lord, like outside of yourself too, because you don't know. Sometimes, I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know how to live in a car that, has potential mold damage on the back seat now, because I kept it cooler with bags of ice in it so that Bella and I could have cool drinks, so that we're not just miserable all day, every day. And because I was trying to mitigate one kind of suffering, I created another one. Fuck. I mean, and the irony of that is not lost on me at all. So, keep speaking life and blessings into your situation. Sometimes all you can do is go through the grueling process of just crying through it and praying that it'll get better, because there's really nothing else we can do sometimes, and I get that. So if you find yourself there, know that you're not alone. And I genuinely have all the empathy in the world for how difficult it can be, and how hard it is to hope in the Lord sometimes, because we don't have any answers. I don't have any answers for this. I've done everything I can do right now. I can probably reapply hydrogen peroxide again to it. And at the same time, how many more days of this, do we have to go through sitting in the sun, just sitting in one place, sitting in a place we don't really want to be, You know, like I said, mitigating one suffering to, you know, to just to have created another one. And even right now, like, I don't want to be sitting in the sun. Like, my head kind of hurts, and like I just don't feel very well today physically. So anyhow, I pray that this video finds you blessed. Like, I'm genuinely doing my best to just hold my shit together right now, because it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. Love, blessings, and compassion to everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace be with you.